Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sylvester's Fashion Art and Tarot via my bedroom. Yeah, I would be in the living room, but things are kind of occupied at the moment. So I want to do this reading to start off the new year, and I want to do it on Patrick Kelly. And, Patrick Kelly has explosive energy, and I really wanted to do a reading on him. So, he, among other people that I think are influential in fashion, I'm going to be doing readings on. Anyway, yeah, look at my notes here. I'd like to start off by saying that Patrick Kelly was a celebrated American fashion designer who came to fame in Paris, France. In my mind, he was the toast of Paris, although that was not the real deal. As he would say, I went there kicking, baby. Uh, he sold fried chicken. He sold fried chicken dinners, cleaned people's houses, and sold his clothes in the streets. And people will tell him that it's not chic. He did what he had to do. A faithful, loving friend brought him a ticket to go to Paris, France. That friend was Pat Cleveland. He will be. I would do a reading on Pat Cleveland at a later date because I find her very influential. Anyway, he was the first American who happens to be black to be accepted into the Chambre syndicale de prêt-à-porter, de couturier et de créateur de mode. Don't ask me to translate that. This is the prestigious governing body of the French ready-to-wear industry. His work was exuberant, humorous, and he referenced pop culture and black folklore. What I find amazing about Patrick Kelly is that he was not afraid of color. He exploded with it. Um, oh, hold on. Cards want to speak. um, when it comes to a few of his pieces, he referenced the stereotypes of Southern Black American culture. This man comes from Vicksburg, Mississippi. He incorporated elements of what he grew up around. As a kid, he saw his he saw and flipped through his first fashion magazine that his grandmother brought home. He was amazed that this was a magazine that only had fashion in it. He asked his grandmother, "How come there are no black people in those magazines?" He decided that he wanted to be the designer to change all that. So that's a little synopsis, a little background history on Patrick Keller, but you will find more of it on YouTube, and you can explore his background more. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and start the reading. So make sure you see it. Okay. Okay, Spirit. I would like to know what was going on in and around Patrick Kelly before his death. What was in his mind? How was he feeling? Spirit, God, please share what you would like for me to know and what you allow for me to share. Hmm. What was in and around Patrick Kelly before his death? What was in his mind? Oh, those cards just popped out of there like that. Okay. 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 Just 5 more cards. Yeah. Yeah, what was going on in and around Patrick Kelly before his death? What was in his mind? How was he feeling? Oh. 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 Okay. Mm. Oh, wow. Okay, you got 2 outcomes here. That's interesting. Okay. If I can see that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. Start with the first card I get is the Hangman. With the Hangman, this is going to represent the person. This is who he is. He's seeing things from a different perspective. His mind was just so bright and full of ideas and things that he wanted to achieve in this world. He exploded with so much creativity. He just wanted to release it. And he just worked so hard to get where he had to go. He did what he had to do to get where he had to go. He thought in different ways. He didn't let nothing hold him back. Yeah, I'm sure he had his moments, but he just persevered like it was nothing. He had a very charismatic attitude. Um, yeah, his mind was just so bright and full of life and joy. And he shared it with so many other people. And people saw that. He was just a loving, caring individual. And people saw that brightness in him, which I believe made him a magnet. And it just made him so exuberant, so exciting to want to be around. And his clothes reflect that. His clothes was full of color and life, just like him. And he was such a joy to be around. And I get that the wise man, I get that contrast with the 8 of Pentacles, which represents the situation. This man worked hard for what he wanted. He put in the work. He did what he had to do. He made it happen. Uh, there's something where I wrote where he sold fried chicken. He cleaned people's houses. His goal was to get his goal was to make the money he needed to produce the clothes and sell it in the streets, which he did. And he'll do anything to make that happen because he loved fashion, and he'll do anything to make that happen. That energy was just magnetic, and the universe is open to him. I'm sure his ancestors helped him along the way, and they saw what he wanted to do, and they just opened up those doors for him to just make the impossible possible, because this man would do anything to achieve his dream. Yeah, he really did. I'm very inspired by this man. As I'm reading you, thoughts are just coming through my head. It's like, what is this? Anyway, yeah, this man worked for what he wanted, and he just did not let nothing hold him back. Uh, but what's beneath him or what would be like a, what do you call, a influence of the past, somewhat, is represented by the moon card. And with this moon card, it's a good thing. The moon cards are always so, also a little challenging for me sometimes, because I know the basic meaning, but sometimes I'm thinking, why did this card come out for a past influence? You know, you know, there might have been some doubt along the way. It might have been, people challenging him, and he was just determined to overcome that. He didn't let that get in his way. He wasn't easily influenced by all the negativity. He took it with a grain of salt. And yeah, because when I look at the crab here, this represents the subconscious come emerging from the water. And it looks like it's about to take a journey. So it's like his. So I'm getting that his subconscious was strong in his belief of what he wanted to do. Yeah, and so his subconscious was very adamant. Well, I get that he, in his mind, deep in his mind, his subconscious, that he believed that he can achieve, and he didn't let any negative forces get in his way. He let nothing get in his way. So this tells me that he's tough mentally, you know. And then when I look at the tame and the wild, this is the wolf. This is like domestic dog. It's like yin and yang. It's like he was a balance of yin and yang. He kept himself balanced. So if he saw himself going one way, he would easily go. He would pick himself back up and just keep right on going. So it's like he kept himself balanced. Yeah. Okay. What his past influence is represented by the Two of Wands. And I get this man looking at the world and he wants to achieve so much. And you know what? He had a strong community behind him. Like when Pat Cleveland bought a ticket for him to go to Paris. She believed in him. She That was her way of encouraging him to just go because he never been to Paris, he didn't have any money, and he wanted to go. And she offered that opportunity. So having that ticket represents the world to him. Yeah. Yeah. And there were other people he met along the way to help him with jobs and to keep himself fed. And yeah, but having that ticket meant the world because he took that ticket and he just went there and just took his shot. Took his shot. Mhm. All right. What crowns him is represented by the Knight of Swords. He quickly moved. He made fast movements. Things were just coming and going to him. And he moved right with it. Because he's an energetic person. He's very quick and very fast. And people around him, I can see people around him trying to keep up with his energy because he's just full of it. And he's just ready to just do things. He's ready to just make it happen. He did not want to just stay stagnant. He just wanted to just keep right on going. Just ride that horse till he can't ride no more. Okay. So yeah, shout out to Lil Nas X with that. Anyway, yeah, things were moving quickly for him. He moved right with it. And he was not, again, he was very determined, very focused, very determined man here. Wow, that really inspires me. Um, What I get for his future is the Nine of Pentacles. This man was self-reliant. He basked in his glory. He enjoyed himself. He reached a level of success that was his. Um, Although he felt he wasn't uh, that he didn't achieve, but yet he did achieve some things. And getting world recognition was great. Was that Garden of Eden for him? Because the world knew who he was. Maybe not everybody, but the majority of people knew who he was. And I remember in the 80s, I remember seeing his work and it just exploded. I remember seeing it in Vogue magazine and other magazines. It was just great. I didn't know who he was at the time. When I found out he was black, I said, oh my God. There's a black man doing this in Paris. Oh my God. But anyway, this man enjoying the fruits of his labor because he worked so hard. This man, um, very self-determined, very enjoyed the fruits of his labor. He loved what he did, and he just continued doing it. And he was surrounded by people that supported him. Yeah, he was a very likable man. Very likable man. And very tough too. I get a sense that it's Papa the Man. He's very mentally tough. He's tough. Yeah, he's tough. Thick skinned individual. Yeah, he's a tough man. So I get there. In his mind or his self, is represented by the King of Cups, and I get a sense of compassion, loving individual, gentleness, sharing, kind, um, just amazing character. Yeah, he was a joy to be around. He was magnetic, very charismatic personality, loving, caring personality. His energy just flowed. It was very exuberant. He shined bright, which hints to the hangman here. His mind was just so bright, but yet he was still caring and charismatic all at the same time. Yeah, his energy just flowed. Yeah, it really did. Very loving, compassionate man. Yeah, he didn't have an ill will towards anybody. I don't see him hating anybody deeply. He was just a loving character. Yeah, very loving. hmm Okay. What I get in his environment is represented by the Nine of Cups. This man achieved. His wishes came true. He did. He set out to make something happen, and it happened for him. He didn't stop, so he accomplished. This man is very assured and yeah, very assured and very um, confident in what he does because he has that support. Yeah. So he achieved a great deal. He really did. And with this card representing his past, the Two of Wands, with the man holding, this is Patrick holding the world. You know, what's popping in my head is world domination. I think that's what he wanted to achieve. Had he lived, I think that he would just keep going. It would just never end for him. Yeah. But yeah, his wishes came true. It really did. Now, what I get for the hopes and fears, um, he had to manage his money. had to make sure his money was good. He had to get support and backers, and to make sure that he's able to pay his people. He's able to um, um, make deals so he can get the things he needs, and to continue to have that support. So yeah, he had financial support. Yeah, financial support is what I'm feeling here that he had for um, his hopes and fears, but mainly his hopes represented here. Queen of Pentacles. All right. Now, for the outcome, which is interesting, is represented by two cards here. I have the Seven of Swords and I have the Justice. And I'm thinking, why did I get this? This is really interesting here. Why did I get the Seven of Swords with the Justice? Because when I look at the Seven of Swords, it's like a sense of, in my mind, I'm thinking sabotage, but I think this man had to be a bit more, uh, I don't want to use being a shy guy. I think had to be clever. That's the word, clever, in what he was doing. He was clever. He had to be smart. He had to understand the mechanics of how things work. But then when I get the Justice, I get things ruled in his favor. It makes me think like he got away with it. Yeah, it makes me think he was smart, debonair. He did some things maybe a little shifty, but not really. But in the end, he got away with it. Justice ruled in his favor, and it just worked for him. So I find that so interesting because that's what I'm feeling with these two cards. So it's like he got away with something. He was clever, deviant about something, but not in a bad way because he's such a charming man. But yet he is like justice ruled in his favor because he got away with it. I should know what that was. But yeah, it's like he got away with something. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. So that's kind of interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay. Well, oh, all right. That was Patrick Kelly's reading. Hope you guys enjoyed that. um, I like to say if I have a shop called Sylvester's Fashion Art on Etsy, and you will find the links. You will find the link in the description below. Please take a look, and I hope you like what you see. All right, I'll see you guys again soon. All right, take care. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year. Happy 2023.